Hi guys, welcome to my new TV Zealots. Tonight we're paging the good doctor. My name is Denise and my partner in crime is Mary. Mary, say hi.
Hi, so glad you guys are here with us tonight. Give this video a like. If you're enjoying The Good Doctor with us, be sure to subscribe to our channel as we're going through a lot of shows this fall. So, Good Doctor. We didn't have an episode last week. What happened this week, Denise?
Well, I really like this episode.
Okay.
So Sean is Sean gets a patient that has Alzheimer's. Lord, that's autistic. Lord Jesus, it's late. I'm tired. Anyway, I'm like Alzheimer's. Lord Jesus. That's too funny. Anyway, he's autistic like him, and so he's trying to let the paramedics and the people treated him, let them know that he's not crazy,
right?
Because they thought he was a psych patient. So he's trying to figure out what's wrong with them, and keep him calm throughout the whole process. Claire's also on the team.
Aww.
And I was happy to see Sean get some time to be with the patients and do his work uninterrupted or biased by all these other people who just think he's incompetent.
Right.
And so but I really thought he did a great job. He did seem a bit detached, but you know what? He seems detached most times though. Yeah. So it was like, it wasn't anything new, but it seemed like he was being a little weird, but we find out he had never been in contact with anyone else who had autism before.
Interesting.
Yeah, I was really shocked by it.
Huh.
And so also it kind of dealt with a little bit of the issues of how we see autistic people and how even the parents of an autistic child view their limitations. And so the family, like the mom and dad, they were making all the decisions. Oh, the lights are bothering him, turn them down. They were just immediately, if he squinted, it was something that they were trying to adjust for him, instead of asking him, are you okay? Are you just blinking? Or, is the light bothering you? Like, what's going on? And so I feel like Sean kind of taught them this over the case, because at one point the mom, she thanked him and everything for all his work. He was able to diagnose the boy after a bit of trouble, because they couldn't get a MRI on him. They couldn't do the necessary things that they needed to do to determine what was wrong with him because of his condition. Right. So he he did diagnose what the issue was, but they were like, no, we don't want him treating him because he could just have a meltdown or go off. And what if he's doing that when he's in surgery? And so at first Luke Bay was, he walked away for a minute, but then he was like, I'm pissed. And so he was talking to the president, and the president was like, are you pissed because you think Sean is incompetent, or are you, he asked him, do you think Sean is incompetent or no? And then he's like, he didn't really answer the question right away. And so he was like, it's a difference from being pissed because they just stepping on your toes. Because he's like, I don't want anybody telling me how to run my room, my operating room. He's on my team. So he's like, okay. He was like, well, if you feel like he's competent, then go tell him, let them know.
Yes.
And actually he does. He takes up for him, which I was really proud of. I was really happy about that.
That's awesome.
Even though we know he's gonna go right back to being mean, and
Yeah.
but it was all good. It was, it was a good time.
Yes, we got our moments. Yes.
Right? So, he ends up, helping to save him. There was a little hiccup where there was he had a obstructed bowel or something like that. I can't remember the medical jargon that went along with that.
Right. Okay.
I can barely remember these people's names. Anyway, so they had to, basically, if it burst, it was gonna send pus throughout his stomach and kill him. So they had to cut it open, and basically everything went well. And then the family kind of was like, oh, maybe we need to stop treating our child like a baby, like he's some helpless, animal or something.
Yes.
Maybe we should start treating him like a person. So, and I feel like, that was a good thing. And so Jared, we get a little backstory into him this week.
Oh.
So he has a patient who has a bad heart, and his pacemaker broke, or that's what we thought. But he actually he runs off, and so Jared is running around the hospital and trying to find him. And so when he does find him, he tells them that he broke his pacemaker on purpose because he wants to die. And so Jared is trying to convince him that that is not the way to go. But, he reveals a little bit about himself. And so the guy was like, oh, I had a good life, blah, 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 blah. There's been some hiccups. My wife died, blah, 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 blah. And so Jared is like, oh, I was my parents were rich, and I only saw them once a year. He was like, womp, womp, womp. So you got rich people problems? Like, and so he's like, no, but, they sent me off to boarding school. And, he was like, and you continue this story? Like, why are you still talking?
Wow.
But then we get to the meat of it. Like, we knew he was spoiled and entitled, but then when he turned 18, his parents basically abandoned him. Like,
really?
Yeah, they just moved and didn't tell him. So he found himself having to actually fend for himself, take out loans, get through school. It's like, it's a weird twist, because it's like, oh, I could have been a trust fund kid, but no,
right.
They didn't want me.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it is. It's like, I don't know. And so we get that story from him. His patient decides he still doesn't want to live. And so he was unsuccessful in convincing him. So he signs a DNR, and then, but Jared does stay with him and allow, while he's passing. So I thought that showed a nice emotional side to him.
Yeah.
Maybe he's not the total jerk we thought from before,
Yeah.
And so Claire and him have a little cute little moment where he's talking about his patient died, and she's like, well, I had a patient die too. And he's like, you want to talk about it? And she just lays her head on his shoulder. I'm like, oh, okay. And so I know I'm still shipping her with Sean, so
right.
I'm like, it was cute, but yeah, we'll move on. Well, Sean also, in the midst of all of the things that was going on with the autistic boy, Sean talked to the president, and he was like, I want to buy a HD or smart TV or whatever. And he was like, it's $1,643. And He's
Aw.
like, no, you can't buy a TV. You're on a budget. He's like, I'm a surgeon. Like, I make money.
Come on in. Go ahead, tell them.
And he's like, no, you're not a surgeon. You're a resident. You don't make any money. It's a big salary difference.
True.
And so, well, yeah, it is true. But in the meantime, he's treating him just like these other parents are treating their child, like he's incompetent. Like, like, if I blow my money, let me learn from my mistakes, know? And so he talks to Luke's fiance about it. I'm sorry, I still didn't learn her name.
I don't know it either.
It's terrible. But he talks to Luke's fiance, and I say it again after. I can't. Anywho, they discuss Sean's, need to have some room to learn for himself. And she was like, you advocated for him that he could learn, and you're not allowing him to do that. So in the end, they go shopping for TVs, and it's so cute. Yeah, he's like, I want to go to a game, or was it a Super Bowl? Or I think it was Super Bowl. It's like, I want to go to the Super Bowl. He's like, that is something you need to look into before you want to purchase those passes. It's like, it's expensive. And then he thinks about it. He's like, you know what? Maybe we both should go.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, it was super cute. So yeah, that was it. I loved it.
That sounds like a good episode. Sorry I missed that.
You'll catch up. It's fine.
Oh, yeah.
So, guys, if we missed anything, well, if I missed anything, leave a comment below. Sorry about my hiccup in the beginning. That was, crazy brain thing. Well, thanks for watching and have a great night. Bye.